We are so excited today. We got a lot to cover. I want to first give some thanks to the fine team, feline fine team at CFA. I'm talking about Kathy Black. She's an all-breed judge. We've got Teresa Kiger. She is an all-breed judge and the editor of Cat Talk magazine. We've got Desiree Bobby. She's the CFA director of marketing. Am I missing anybody in the action?
I think that's it today.
All right, so kind of handling the passenger role is my friend Kathy Black. She's right there. And of course, we have not one, but two very special guests today. Two generations of cat advocates. Let's give it up for Rich Nolte and his cool daughter, Molly. Woo!
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Arden. We're so honored to be here. We appreciate the invite.
And we also want to reach out to, is it called Wonderland? It's, we want to, it's, who's the name? It's Chastity Cylon. And everybody wave your wands proudly. You guys, you're starting to get a little feline envy? That's good, because guess what? We're going to be having some prize giveaways this week. And we're going to do something a little different, because we're getting a lot of people that are able to tune in after the live aspect of it. We're talking almost 2,000 people. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some giveaways, including not one, but two of my copies of my new book, A Kid's Guide to Cats. I'm going to give away autographed copies. We're going to give away some of the beautiful wands from Wonderland. And when we ask you the general trivia and the cat fancier specific breed question, Kathy, take it away. Explain what we're doing.
Okay. All right. Since we've had more people watch us after the fact than they were watching us live, we decided to change it up a little bit. So we're still going to give away prizes, one of Arden's books and one of the Wanderlust wands, to our people that are following us today on the Zoom, and we will give away the same prizes to the people that watch it on Facebook later. So make sure that you answer in the chat box of Zoom, or put your answer into the comments when you're watching it on Facebook. And we'll wait a couple days for Facebook to give everybody a chance to have the opportunity to watch it. And then at random, we'll pick two winners, and we will contact you to get your mailing information and that kind of stuff. And then we will announce those winners next week.
I like Julianne Brick says, that's great. It's more fair. I'm glad. Yay. We already got a positive response.
We want to make
the fastest typist in the world.
As fair as possible for everyone. So so we'll have a general trivia question, and we'll have a breed specific question, and we'll pick two winners, one from each of those questions for the Zoom, and one from each of those questions from the Facebook. And so the Facebook people have a couple of days to be able to watch this, because everybody has a life, even though we're under COVID. So we'll give you a couple of days, and then we'll announce the winners next week, and we'll do the same thing next week. Okay?
That way we spread the joy, spread the goodies.
Spread the love.
To kind of get you in the mood, guys. You guys don't know this, but years ago I actually had a dog named Chipper, because I dreamed of being on the PGA Tour. I get my money's worth on the golf course. So I'm so excited. One of the only few sports that's available is golf. So I found this because it's my love of golf and my love of cats. And the talented Kathy Black is going to pop up this video. Check out this cat, guys. And let me know what you think about this cat's golfing talents. Does this cat have a chance of becoming more famous than Tiger Woods? So this golfer lines up. This is not a wiffle golf ball. This is a real golf ball. Check it out, guys. One. That's a pretty good outfielder too, actually. I think the Texas Rangers can use this cat. Here comes the second one. Kaboom!
I love the way he crouches down and gets all ready.
He's like, hey, better. All right, here comes the third one.
Swing!
Oh. Yes! Molly, what do you think of that cat's talents?
That's crazy.
It is crazy, but it just shows you we only are scratching the surface of what these cats can show us in terms of their talents. I mean, seriously, if this cat was on a golf course during the PGA tournament, can you imagine?
The golfers would not be happy.
Judges, how would the judges even rule that call? A cat took my golf ball. It's a little game of cat and golf ball. Don't you get it? All right. So one of the things we're going to do is I'm also going to share with you a couple of weird but true laws in municipalities when it comes to cats. This comes from my book. It's called Planet Cat. So take a listen to this. This is like, truth can't be any wackier than fiction. This is true. Okay. In Sterling, Colorado, shout out to all you guys from Colorado, it is unlawful to allow a cat to run loose at night, I love this, without wearing a tail light. I wonder if it has a blinker too. Ding, 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 ding. And in Cresskill, New Jersey, shout out to the East Coast guys, cats must wear 3 bells on their collar to warn birds of their whereabouts.
Well, that gives the birds a fighting chance.
I guess so, but you know, I'm like, not 2, not 4, 3.
Not one. Not one. Yeah.
Oh, this one's good.
4 bells on a Bengal and they'd still catch the bird.
You know what? You're right, Rich. You're absolutely right. In Zion, Illinois, it is illegal for anyone to give, I don't know why, lighted cigars to cats. Can you imagine your tax dollars at work, folks, and some legislator said, I have a law I propose. All right, let's see. All right, last one. In Tennessee, it is illegal to use a lasso to catch a fish. Take heed, all you cowboy cats. How in the heck are you catching a fish with a lasso?
Well, they'd have to be
Molly, what do you think of these? Yeah.
They'd have to be flying fish.
Yeah, I guess so. Molly, you're the youngest one here. What do you think of those weird laws?
Really weird. They're not out here.
Strange but true. All right.
Kathy, we're having trouble. We're having trouble with the Facebook feed.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know.
So
Well,
you want me to continue or tap dance or?
It's just not connected. So sorry, sorry, guys. But yeah.
Okay, we'll get it going.
Well, this is my first time to go solo. So,
Well, while we're waiting, our favorite visitor of the night, Julianne, said in New Zealand, it's illegal to let cats free outside. It's an indoor only. It's a law. So can you imagine if somebody's came in like a plumber and accidentally the cat slipped out? I hope they wouldn't get fined. You know, you're already worried about finding the kitty. So I hope the New Zealand lights will be kind enough and recognize that.
Teresa,
Wow.
I really don't know.
All right. I'm seeing what I can do on this end.
Okay. Now, are the people on Zoom still going?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I guess you guys like these cat laws because I will be bringing more. And for the folks we're trying to work on the Facebook, the Zoom folks, go tell all your friends to go on the Zoom link right now. There's your job. Okay. All right. We have the first trivia contest question, and it's a general cat question. So, and Molly and Rich, you guys get to participate, but I'm not gonna tell you which one is the right answer, or do I tell the right answer? Do I say the right answer? No. Oh, okay, good. All right. So you get 4 choices. What percentage of indoor adult cats respond to catnip? So your choices are A, 10 to 20% of cats, B, 30 to 40% cats. C, 50 to 60% cats. Or D, 70 to 80% cats. We're looking at what percentage of cats, adult, who live indoors, in New Zealand, Texas, Colorado, New Jersey, and all the other states we mentioned, what percentage of them actually do have some sort of response to that catnip? The second part of the question is, what is the scientific name for catnip?
Ooh.
Google me, baby. Google me. Now, while you guys are doing this, I wanted to tell you a little bit about catnip. Years ago, I was the editor of Catnip. Isn't that a silly name? Molly, don't you think that's a silly name for a magazine, Catnip? But it was actually the very prestigious, and still is, magazine produced by stellar veterinarians at the Tufts University School of Medicine. And so I was the editor of that for 8 years. So I had to talk to all these brainiacs. And this is what they also told me about catnip. If you guys have a cat that goes bonkers at night, you know, you're trying to sleep and the cat's flying all around, what they advise the veterinarians is give your cat a catnip toy or a little fresh organic catnip before you're going to bed to get him all, his yayas all tired out. And you should sip a cup of steeped catnip tea. Catnip is obviously part of the mint family, and this is weird. In people, catnip is a sedative. It makes us sleepy. In cats, it's like, hey, baby, I'm ready to go. It's like, what's that drink everybody drinks when they want to keep going? Bull, Red Bull? That's the Red Bull. Catnip is Red Bull for cats. So, but if you give it to them and they get to play and wear out, you might have a chance to go to sleep without them bothering you at night. Also, give them a little bit of turkey because there's an ingredient in turkey that makes all of us sleepy. How many of you have had your Thanksgiving dinner and you've woken up and it's already halftime of the football game?
That's
right?
That's tryptophan. I know the name of that.
Tryptophan. So catnip is actually a member of the mint family, but it has the opposite reaction in people that it does in cats. What'd you think of that, Molly?
She's gonna whip out the catnip when the British kittens are trying to keep her up tonight.
There you go. I would love to hear back. So guys, again, the question is, what percentage of indoor adult cats have some response to catnip? A, 10 to 20%, B, 30 to 40%, C, 50 to 60%, or D, 70 to 80%, and give us the scientific name for catnip. Go ahead and send them through Zoom and through when we get the Facebook working, and we are going to announce the winners at the start of next week's show. So people that are tuning in right now live on Zoom, you've got a shot, and the people that are going to join us in the next day or two are going to have a shot. Is that right, Kathy?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And you're like, well, what are we winning? Well, you're going to win. Can we show it again, Rich and Kathy? And all right, this is called the Wonderland Catwand. Oh, we got, all right, let's go, girl. Let's go, Molly. All right, yeah, show it nice and big. And if I'm a cat, I can't resist it. It is, we want to, it's Chastity Salon makes these. Can one of you cat fancier people association tell us about this wand, because it's actually used in cat shows, right, Kathy?
Well, when I'm judging, I like a toy that's manageable, you know, so not something that's so long. Of course, you'll have to be careful with this one because it does have little danglies, and it does have bells, and it does have mylar. So anytime you have these objects, you don't leave it around.
No.
And allow the cat to destroy it and eat it and ingest things that shouldn't be. But these are all things that really are nice sound-wise, so they will get the cat's attention, and you can. It got
my attention. I wanted to play.
Yeah, you can easily get the cat's attention to exercise them and have them have fun. Just don't let them have fun eating it. Okay.
All right. So
this was a little more. Yeah. This long snaky thing is it would be a little better ingestible, but I also would be careful leaving this around.
Well, since I'm a master in pet first aid and I teach a cat first aid class, listen to her, guys. We do a whole segment in our classes about choking. So let's keep linear objects out of a cat's throat because they have the barbed tongue and it just grabs it even more. So cats make us tidy housekeepers, right?
Absolutely.
And so these mylar pieces ingested can, you know, like cut their intestines and things like that. So just make sure it's not something that they can eat. Just play with them, but don't let them eat it.
Supervised, and then stash it where the paws can't reach.
Exactly.
All right, a little drum roll. I love this. I love it when a dad and a daughter have something common and a common passion, and it's all about cool cats. It's my honor tonight to bring on as our special guest, Rich Nolte and his cool daughter, Molly. They're from Lakeland, Florida, very active with the Cat Fancier Association. And there's a thing called FYEP. Rich, welcome to the show. What the heck does that mean?
It's YFEP. Is the
okay, YFEP. Okay.
Sorry, YFEP. It's the Youth Feline Education Program. And what it does is it encourages people to get not only their children and their grandchildren, hopefully their neighbors' children, interested in the cat shows. And it gives the kids a way to create posters, to show a cat, to donate time at a rescue, to create a breed presentation. We're going to take a little bit further right now since we're stuck in the days of the COVID pandemic. We're going to let the kids make PowerPoints.
Nice.
Let the kids make a little 2 to 3 minute video of what their cat is and is it like any of the CFA registered breeds? If it's not, if it's just a household pet, that's wonderful. What breed does it compare the most to? We'd love to see them compare their cats to the standard breeds and sort of try to figure out what their household pet is made up of.
Well, with that, we have a child in the house. And she's a very bright young lady named Molly, Rich's daughter. You're a mighty 9, aren't you, Molly? All right, we're gonna need you. Molly, hold up. I sent Molly a copy of my book, A Kid's Guide to Cats. It stars pet safety cat Casey. You said there's a favorite page you had. What page was that, Molly?
It was
34?
I think so.
Okay, because my favorite is page 129 where we get a cat butt. I like this picture.
Oh, well, that's
She
cool.
has more class than I do, everybody. She has more class than I do. So
Yes,
this one shows
Abby.
the, you've got the Persian and the Abbey, right? They're totally different kitties, aren't they? So Molly, what is it about cats? And as we start, if Kathy, would you show a picture, the first picture of Rich and Molly? I want everybody to take a look at this father-daughter bonding going on.
Okay, I'm trying to I'm getting some instruction from Desiree, so I'm trying to get it streaming. So hang on just a second.
Why don't you do that and I'll keep talking. How's that?
Okay, which picture did you want to see?
The first one, A.
Okay.
Here we come, guys. A little drum roll. Look at that, guys. I love this picture. Rich, tell us, where was this that you guys got this picture taken?
I believe that was at a show that we were up in outside of Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And we went to a big family style meal afterwards with a lot of the Bengal breeders. And it was a wonderful night. And Molly's like my little shadow. She wants to be a veterinarian when she grows up. And
Nice.
my father just married a veterinarian. So she has at-home mentorship now. So yeah, we love this hobby, and I love getting to share it with her.
And Molly, what is it about cats and pets that really draws your interest?
I just love them since I was born. There's just something about them that I love so much.
Yeah, and you like different kinds of cats, right?
I like Persians. I like all kinds of cats.
So you've always grown up with cats. You've got cat siblings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you the one and only, or are you the oldest? What of the two-leggers kids in your house?
I have one older brother.
Okay, okay, all right. So your dad says, hey, Molly, you want to go to a cat show instead of maybe going to the movies? And you say what?
Yes.
Yes. So what's the coolest thing you do when you're at a cat show? What do you really like doing?
I like to put the cats at the ring. I like to hang out with the judges, and I like to see my friends.
Well, we're going to show a few pictures. There you are. Hey, Molly, what is that cat you're holding? Do you know what kind?
That's one of my favorites. That's Boom.
Boom?
Yeah, Boom.
And what kind of cat is that, Molly?
That is a Devon Rex.
And I see a zillion ribbons behind Boom.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good weekend.
Oh, is this your cat?
Yes.
And how old is your kitty?
3.
3? So your kitty in cat years is older than you. Did you know that?
No.
If your cat was a human, your kitty would be about 25, 28 years old, which means your cat can drive before you can.
We don't want him driving. Especially on
What's his personality like?
He was always super playful like a kitten. He's retired now, and
Okay.
he's up in, I believe, New Jersey or New York as a spoiled pet.
Nice.
So we have a new litter of Devons right now that are 6 weeks old, and they've really helped us during the quarantine. It's so nice to have kittens around, you know, during the
absolutely.
pandemic days.
So the kitties were born. How many Devon Rexes do you have running around the Nolte household?
4. Yeah.
4. So you guys helped with the birth, or tell us a little bit, Rich.
The mom is an F1. We outcrossed in the Devon breed for health,
Okay.
and I've gotten the most exceptional coats out of my outcrossing. So the mom is a British/Devon Rex, and the father was a Devon Rex, and we got really lucky with the laws of averages. We have 3 beautiful Devon Rex babies.
Okay.
And 1 straight-haired Devon Rex, outcross-looking guy with just the big ears and a really cute face.
That is pretty amazing. And Molly, what is a personality trait about the Devon Rex that you really like?
That they're always crazy.
It sounds like me, kind of like how I could have been a Devon Rex in my next life, maybe. But they put a lot of play in their day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got these young cats. What's your job, Molly, and what's your job, Rich, with taking care of them? Who gets the litter box duty?
Depends on the day.
Oh.
She's really good at helping. But what do you do most of the time with them?
I sometimes scoop litters. I feed and play.
Okay, you feed them. Okay, so Dad gets the exit, you get the entrance, right?
I always say it in the sweetest way. All of my kittens are manhandled from birth. So at a day old,
I like that.
at a day old, she's taking them away, whether the mama likes it or not, and she's very gentle with them. But,
Nice.
We always get really affectionate kittens, and I know Molly's a big part of that.
Well, that's sweet. And, you know, with these cats getting socialized by young ladies like Molly and men, I think that helps too in their placement, don't you?
It really does. I think they're more ready for the show halls. They're more ready. I mean, my household is loud. I'm a high school teacher. My nieces and nephew live next door. There's always kids in and out of my house. So the kids really do help with the socialization.
What subject do you teach, Rich?
U.S. government and U.S. history to juniors and seniors at the high school level.
All right, quick. Who was the president after Lincoln?
Oh gosh, don't put me on the spot. I haven't taught since March 13th. My birthday was the last day I taught because of this pandemic.
Really? March 13th?
Yeah,
Was it McKinley? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I asked the question. I didn't have an answer. I just know it's Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams. I think that's it. Then I'm done. I'm out. Mic drop.
Hopefully I'll have my little ruler in front of me pretty soon that has them all lined up. I can't wait to get back in the classroom. Like my kids and I need that daily routine in our lives.
It is crazy times, but you got a great student right next to you, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and switch on the light. I just noticed we got storm clouds above the windows, so I'm going to
Okay.
switch on the light.
All right, so he's going to do that.
You
So
got a little
there you go.
dark.
Yeah, you're not your personality, just the lighting. But Molly, if you're going to talk to a kid to kid, what are a few cat show tips you can give them to help them? Because you've won some major ribbons. So what are some tips you can give other kids?
If you ever, when you're about to bring the cat up to the ring, I would just look at it, wipe it down first. So that would be
Yeah.
the thing.
Okay, that's good. And because they really are feeding off your energy, aren't they? Yeah. And how do you,
What are you doing? When you wipe on her, yeah, when you wipe the kitty down, what are you doing? Getting all the what off of it?
If there's any food on it, if there's any litter on it,
Fur.
yeah, fur, you just wipe it off.
The judges don't like it when the fur flies in their face.
Yeah.
Right, Kathy?
right, or litter pellets, or,
Yeah.
you know, like I got a piece of food right here now. Oh, I don't think I'm going to get a ribbon at the cat show.
No, Arden, it's usually the other end where I find the surprise.
Oh, so you got to check the poop chute, right, Molly? Can I say that? Is that okay?
Yeah. No, that's fine. We carry tons of wipes. We're always prepared.
Well, that's kind of cool. So bringing them to a show. I'm very lucky because my kitties travel well because I teach first aid and pet behavior. So they're always in a car pre-COVID. So I never get that, are we almost there yet? Are we almost there yet? So what do you guys do to help cats travel easily and in comfort from one show to another? What's the farthest show you've ever traveled to?
Kentucky.
Kentucky, from Lakeland, Florida, right?
Yeah, it's about 14 hours. I don't know if I'd do that again driving.
Did you do that in one time?
Yeah, it was rough.
That's a lot of caffeine.
Usually we like to put them in their carriers when they're pretty young.
Yeah.
The first vet trip or two, we do try to, sometimes just at the house, put the young kittens in the carrier that's going to be their carrier. We also, at my father's house, we pop up the sturdy tents, which are like their show tents.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
those things. Yeah.
So we try to get them used to that before they're ever taken in a show hall too. And then our biggest trick with the Bengals is we get there probably at least an hour early.
Okay.
Because the Bengals are unlike our other breeds, and they do need the time to settle into the show hall. We're sort of like the Devons, and the other ones are sort of ready to go right out of the carrier.
So the Bengals need like to do a dance maneuver, or what do they need to do before it's showtime?
I think they're extra sensitive to the sights and sounds of the hall, and
Okay.
they usually just need that time to just sort of, I think, take it all in.
That's good to know.
Boost up their self-esteem, I guess. Check out the competition.
And maybe you could play the sound music. Walk like a Bengal. Maybe they'll get all excited about that. Would that work?
I don't know. Usually I try to put like curtains over them just so they slowly get used to it. Anything quiet would probably be better.
Well,
Well, they do.
go ahead, Kathy.
They tend to be very alert
Yeah.
and maybe a little more hypersensitive to things. So
Yeah.
I can see why you're talking about the Devons. They have a little laid back, I don't care, man. I mean, they'll play and be sweet, but they're not going to be ultra busy or wound up. I guess that's the way to phrase it.
Well,
Yeah.
Casey says, could I be one of those domestic household cats? Do you think you could do it? Molly, what do you think of his markings? I just checked, he has no poop on his butt.
There you go. Desiree hasn't made you sign him up for CCW yet?
No, that's Kathy now.
he's a card, yeah.
All right, so there we go. That's a CCW cat.
He is. He's a card
is.
member.
Yeah, he's one of and he's an ambassador cat for CFA for the companion cat world because he's been to 13 states by car and by plane. And as Molly knows, he helped me write the book.
There you go.
I had to pay him in catnip and kibble. And he is one of the longest cats I've ever had, and he has very long front legs, unlike me. He is the opposite of me. He's a long, lean, purring machine. What do you think of that, Molly? What do you think of Casey?
I like Casey.
And he is a therapy cat, so we go when it's available to schools and shelters and hospitals and all that. And he comes in wearing a cowboy hat and he sits and gives you a high paw and he walks on a leash and rides in a pet stroller.
Have you ran him in agility yet?
He hasn't done agility yet. I think my other ginger boy, Rusty, the performer, who I received from Samantha Martin as one of the, the amazing acro cats. He likes to jump through hoops and really, oh yeah, show him that. That was a present Casey gave to Molly, and that's Rusty. Rusty has his own, of course, trading cards,
And
I'm
Casey,
chopped liver. There's
Mom
Casey.
loves so much.
What do you think of his looks? Yeah. So yeah, I think Rusty would be more the one because he jumps through hoops and he comes to a whistle and he's like this. He's the only cat I have that actually chases the mouse on the computer screen. So you're right, Rich. I think I could probably become a millionaire, right? As a cat agility.
You don't make money in cats. The best thing that happens is you get invited on a Meowy hour. So we're just happy to be here for that.
Hey, Molly, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go for it.
So what's your favorite thing to do with FYEP? Do you like to just exhibit your cat, or have you done a presentation, or have you done a poster board or stewarding? What have you been doing to earn points?
I haven't stewarded yet, but I am going to soon, possibly.
What does that mean, stewarding? Help us out.
That's when you clean the cages.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very important
So
job.
I've been a lifelong steward.
It's
All
a very
When
important
you
job.
what kitty did you show last? The one that lives in your bedroom? You forgot it?
The last one I showed was my kitty butterfly kiss.
Okay, tell us about that. Where was the show? What kind of cat? Your kitty's called Butterfly?
Butterfly kisses.
Oh, squeeze me. Butterfly Kisses. I can't wait till you're older and have kids. Are you going to name your first child Butterfly Kisses?
Tell
Tell me about Butterfly Kisses in your show.
She is a exotic.
An exotic? Okay. And where was the show? Do you remember?
It was every year we go to the wine and cheese show
Yeah, it was the one
in Jacksonville, Raymond Charrington's show.
Nice.
And for the longest time, I think that was the first CFA show we might have went to. So it's like our daddy-daughter date every year. And
oh, that's cool.
that show means so much to us, and I know it means so much to CFA in the region. So we really appreciate Ray putting that show on every year.
So tell us what that show is like, and Kathy, jump in here because
Yeah,
everybody's invited to go to a cat show, even if you don't have a purebred, guys. I've gone, I've learned a lot. These people spend a lot of time with their kitties. You learn a lot. You have a lot of fun too. So take it away, Kathy. What about?
Yeah, I was just going to ask Rich, since we're not really having shows right now, what can the youth do to participate with the Feline Youth Program? Have you come up with any ideas?
Yeah, what we'd like them to do is probably the PowerPoint, probably no more than 10 to 15 slides for the first one, introducing their cat. If they don't have a cat and they live in like a suburban area, I've reached out to 4-H in New York. And so 4-H in New York's been staying in contact with me. So they can make just a PowerPoint on one of the breeds they would like to own one day, or a PowerPoint on cat ownership. So what we're trying to do is start off with the PowerPoints. And then if the child is really familiar with the breed or really familiar with the cat, try to sort of video their own presentation like they would do it in front of you, Kathy, but do it from their own home to earn points. Since right now, with COVID, we can't do it in the show hall. So definitely want them practicing and getting ready for the shows when they come back to us.
That sounds like a lot of fun, and I love that idea because, at least that way, if you mess up, Molly, you can re-record it, right?
We love technology. And how many cats and kittens would you say right now are in the Nolte household?
Oh, you don't ask those questions, Arden.
Okay, how many different breeds of cats are in the Nolte household? How's that? Is that better?
Say 2.
2 breeds? Yeah. Yeah, we have exotic short hair. That's her bedroom cat. And
okay.
Then we have a Bengal here to show you guys.
Can you bring the kitties? Are you guys?
Yeah.
Can you bring? Where's Butterfly? Did she fly away?
No, she can grab Butterfly Kiss first.
Let's bring Butterfly up. Let's see some of your kitties because people are dying to see your kitties.
All right, we have a family of British short hairs and they're hilarious because the mom and dad are always together. And then the two
Aw.
kids are always together, so they've really helped us, try, laugh the days away while we're all stuck at home. But
I
she's
think it's better than binging on Netflix is hanging out with your cats, wouldn't you say, Rich?
yeah. I watch American Pickers, Pawn Stars, and then always have the cats in the room, and I'm a happy man.
Well, I think I've exhausted almost all my Netflix, so I'm teaching my cats new tricks. Oh, my kitty. Molly, what a beautiful girl. Is this Butterfly? All right. So, Molly, show us the right way you're supposed to hold a cat. Is there a way to hold a kitty when you're at a cat show?
Here we go. You want to show her how you hold the kitty?
How do you hold a kitty?
Look at this face, Arden.
Oh, look at that beautiful baby. Nice.
She has not been groomed lately because she is letting it all grow out because
Yeah, I know.
But I just this face. You can't have a bad day with this face in the house.
Can't.
I mean, we have
Casey wants to say hi because Casey's
Yeah.
kind of a Don Juan. He's like, hey, butterfly, fly over to Dallas and see me. I'll
Yeah.
show you my
That's
pillow.
so funny. We have construction workers come over that are like big burly dudes, and she
Yeah.
watches them out the window. And as soon as they see her, and you can see, turn her face to the side, there is no face. But as soon as they see her, they all just start laughing. And
Yeah.
so it's like everybody needs a cat in their life that just makes them laugh. And what's her nickname?
Butt face.
So her nickname around the house is Butt Face because her nose is like shaped like a butt. My wife said.
Oh, I thought maybe she's always putting her butt in your face.
Oh no, no.
Oh.
It's like when she sleeps upside down, Kathy. It's like I don't know. She's just got that butt look.
Rusty says she looks pretty good to me.
All right, go. Can she grab one of her kittens?
Yes, please.
All right,
This is why Meowy Hours was here.
Yeah,
I want to be able to
I'm
see
going
all
to share
this.
this picture of
Oh.
Molly.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Thank you, Kathy, very much. Yeah, this is, which cat is that, Rich?
That is a charcoal rosetted brown Bengal female that
Okay.
was shown up in the Illinois part of CFA.
Right.
Her name was Dreamfire.
Nice.
Dreamfire, Dreamfire
Hello.
did pretty good in her region, but when I say my cats are manhandled since birth,
Yeah.
Molly always knows how to hold them right. We're up on the top floor of our house right now, so I don't want to hold them too much right now because of the rails
No.
that I have behind me. But yeah, that right there, that's Molly with her British short-haired kitten that she ran to get.
Wow. And then the last picture while we're waiting for her is something that you guys do away from the show ring. Can we show that last picture, Kathy?
Yeah,
I
if I
love
can
this
find it.
mother-daughter. I think it's D.
Yeah.
No, E.
Yeah,
It'd be MH Picky.
well, I know I've got it open and it's not coming up.
That's okay, because the kitty's going to take over. Molly, tell us about who you have with you right now.
This is an exotic.
No, what is it? It's
That's
Hootie's
not
baby.
It's Hootie's baby.
It's a
Oh, it's a British Shorthair.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going with you. That's good. It's a British short hair.
already had her kitty cocktail.
Oh. Yeah,
Molly,
Molly, get off the
what's,
kitty
what's the
cocktail.
color? What's the color of your kitten?
Yeah.
Not sure. It's a silver classic tabby.
It's a silver classic.
Let's see the kitty. What's the kitty's name?
The silver classic tabby. Oh,
I'm gonna rewire your keyboard. Wow, look at those markings.
So
Molly,
Molly,
as a judge, what do you think of that?
yeah, so Molly, tell me what the classic pattern means since you're in youth feline.
what's the classic pattern mean? What does he have? Wait,
Your cat just gave you the answer.
she's gonna show you the brother, and then she'll work her way through it. So
Oh,
what
there's a
he-
different marking, right?
he is-
Right.
What are those called that on him? They're called.
Rosettes.
No, they're too small to be rosettes. They're called spots.
Spots.
Okay, so if that's spots, what does this guy have other than an attitude right now? He has early markings
He has the butterfly swirls.
Yeah,
as he destroys the apple key plat.
that is
Yeah.
amazing. They're from the same litter. Look at that. Look at those
Rich,
markings.
we had a trivia question a couple weeks ago what the 4 tabby patterns were. So there you go. You've got the 2 right there.
Yeah, she's getting better with it. These guys came from a judge over in Europe, and we just fell in love with the silvers, and we didn't see silvers really in CFA, so we wanted to bring some silvers to CFA.
That's
Oh, okay.
But
Well, I'm giving my non-pedigree cat Rusty a treat because he's being very good. We're almost wrapping up this part. We're going to be now introducing, if we could, can we all give pause and applause to Rich and Molly? Yay!
Yay.
And I do hope one day I'll be going to a veterinary office in Lakeland, Florida, and I will see Dr. Molly.
that would be awesome. Hopefully we'll be in Boone, North Carolina by then. That's the plan.
All right. But what she's doing now is so invaluable, guys. You got kids interested in pets and wanting to get in the fields, doing something like Molly is doing and having a great dad like Rich. I salute you guys both because you're bringing out the best in cats, and you're a pretty cool dad.
I
Can
try.
say that,
Thank
Rich?
you. Thank you.
All right. Speaking of all this cool stuff, we're going to segue now into learning about the Bengal cat. And I'm going to let the experts, the all-breed cat judge, Kathy Black, and Rich Nolte, and you guys take over the mic.
You want to go first, Kathy?
Well, I just love this picture of Molly with her cat ears.
Yeah, that's a great picture.
Standing there next to that picture. Okay, I just took this wording directly from the Bengal Standard for CFA. So it's a medium to large cat. It has a sleek, muscular build with substantial boning. The hindquarters are slightly higher than the shoulders, which in this picture is hard to see. And the tail is thick with a rounded tip, carried lower than the back. And so sometimes cats, all cats will carry their tails up high, but in the natural relaxed state, the tail goes down on this breed. The head is got an expressive nocturnal look with stunning markings, giving the breed a wild appearance. And the coat is like no other. It is short, soft, and silky. And it has a luxurious, almost resilience to it when you push backwards against it. And they prefer the coat to be what's called glittered, where if you get it in the light, it kind of looks like you sprinkled glitter on it. They're very alert and active and inquisitive, like Rich was saying earlier. He has to kind of let them kind of settle in a little bit because when they're overwhelmed with all the sounds and smells of a show hall. But they have very dependable dispositions, and of course the males are going to always be larger than the females. And they come in lots of different colors.
Wow.
And so the most popular probably is the rosetted or the spotted, but they come in marble, there's charcoal, snows, lynx points, melanistic, smokes, and they have a long hair variety, which they call cashmere. And here's just some pictures. So I'll let Rich kind of talk about the breed since he works with the breed quite a bit. You can see there's a variety of colors and patterns.
Yeah, the first cat Kathy showed was when we did the breed presentation in 2016 in Alliance. He was sort of like our poster cat, Arden.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, we sort of pulled all the World Cat Congress standards for the breed and sort of meshed them all together to make a modern and up-to-date standard for CFA. And he was our poster cat for our presentation.
Wow.
His name was Boyd's Bengals Breaking Bad. And,
I like that. That's good.
Yeah. And then that beautiful litter of silvers that Kathy showed off to you, there were some silvers in there as well as some silver charcoal. So if you see the cat right in the middle of the screen,
Yes.
the darker cat with the goggles, we call them goggles, and then they have a cape on their back, almost like Zorro type markings. He's a silver charcoal. And then the kittens up top are, your normal standard silvers. And then down bottom, that's when the genetics get fun with the Bengal breed. Some of the cats will carry melanistic, and some of the cats will carry APB, which is the Asian leopard cat, agouti coming through. So you'll see the Bengals, you see a silver Bengal, but you'll see 50 shades of gray. And then you see a brown Bengal, and you'll see 50 shades of brown. It's really
That's amazing. Wow.
And
Yeah,
then
That's a really good representation.
You
Yeah.
can see this really, really warm brown one down here at the bottom, and you'll see a lot of, like he said, there's a lot of different varieties because it's the way the genes express themselves. So,
And
Yeah.
those big green eyes looking back at you on that one in the lower right. Wow.
Oh yeah, up top, well down bottom on the left, we have a charcoal on the green backdrop with the CFA logo. That's a silver charcoal. She's got the wonderful nocturnal eyes that we're looking for, the breed. Right above her, the reason I included that cat is when we started this breed many moons ago, when it was first recognized by Tika, all we had was spotted cats. And it's so important for everybody to notice what we've gone from. We've gone from spotted, like the Egyptian Mal or the Aussie cat, all the way to the silver cat up top here. And what we call that is the clouded leopard pattern. So you still get the beautiful horizontal flow, but if you notice, the rosettes on it are like the size of fists. They're huge, and you lose some of the background color. God bless you, honey. And then the bigger the patterns get, Arden, some of the rosettes are even starting to have the spots in them, which is really, you know, come on
crazy.
The last few years.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Wow.
Yeah. In the middle right there, we have a blue Bengal or a dilute Bengal, and she's got the beautiful eyes and very nice structure, the well-placed medium-sized ears. And then over on the other page, we have a charcoal mink, I believe, and CFA was the first registry out of all the World Cat Congress organizations that registered this charcoal Bengal as the charcoal Bengal. So in CFA, the charcoal Bengal gets to compete and be registered as it is. And then down in the bottom, we have a very warm colored brown rosetted Bengal. And even though our standard doesn't call for the warm cats to be preferred, it's basically up to the judges. It does seem like everybody does sort of have a biased eye towards the warm brown colors, sort of like the traditional leopard look.
Oh yeah, and I love this pose the judge is doing. The cat is, tell us what's going on there and with how the judge has got the cat to be posed and kind of tempting him with what, a treat or something in the front?
Well, that's just like no, we don't use treats, we use toys. But that's just like a regular judging platform. The judge has a hold of the cat's tail. So even though the cat is focused on the toy, you kind of always have a hold of the cat at least somewhere. You know, if you're afraid it's going to run off your table or something. So the judge probably went down the tail just to make sure there's not any kinks or anything that would be disqualifying. And the picture was taken just by the time you got to the end. But usually we will show the cats a toy because the cats will then have their ears where they're normally. It's like if I'm going to take your picture, you want to look alert and have your eyes open and have a smile on your face. Well, we do that with the toys to get the cats to look the most like they would at home. Because if they're in a show hall and their ears are like satellite dishes, you know, hearing every sound and or they're very distracted by the other cats, they don't want to look toward the direction of the judge, we'll use a toy to try to get their attention so we can get a really quick snapshot of their looks of the face, the shape of the ear placement and the eye aperture and those kind of things. So the judge probably just has a toy there he's dangling in front of the cat's face, and he's just running his hand down the tail.
So thank you, Kathy. So on this, Rich, when you're at home with you and Molly, are you guys conditioning some of these kitties to be ready for the show by doing things like toys in front of their faces while you're stroking their whole body? Or
yeah, you know, it's a little bit different with the Bengals than the other breeds that we get ready for shows. They all get handled from birth, you know, so they all get that loving and, you know, touching and toenails done and all that from the get-go. But I noticed with the Bengals, I actually like to pull the Bengal kittens away a little bit earlier from their moms. If they're weaned, where I let the other breeds stay a little bit longer with mom. Really sort of up the socialization factor on the Bengals around 8 weeks old. We really try to immerse them into the household just because they do go back to the Asian leopard cat. So there is, you know, wild blood closer to them than your normal CFA cat. Another thing we like to do with our Bengals is with the Devons, if we had 2 or 3 show babies, we could probably put them all in the same bedroom and they'd be fine together. If I had a Bengal I really want to show or Molly really wants to show, we sort of like to isolate that kitten. We want that Bengal kitten to bond with us. where with the other breeds, it's like, you know, it's definitely just a little bit different with bonding with the Bengals and creating a show kitten, in my opinion.
How
Okay,
did you
Rich,
even get, go ahead, Kathy.
Yeah, Rich, we probably should talk a little bit. I didn't bring it up, but can you talk about how the breed was created?
Yeah,
And-
thank you.
and
Read
when
my
did we-
mind.
And when did we, I know they were accepted in other registries, but when did we accept them in CFA?
All right, the breed was created as a science research project out, I believe, in California. What they were trying to do is the Asian leopard cat is immune from feline leukemia. So they wanted to see if they could breed domestic cats to the Asian leopard cat and create a domestic cat that was immune from feline leukemia. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. The F1s, F2s, they were not the same genetically as the Asian leopard. They were unfortunately able to get feline leukemia. Jean Mills, with her connections with the research people out in California, was able to take over the science research when the university stopped their project. And that's where it all started with Jean Mills. And, you know, she was an amazing lady. And thanks to her dedication to the breed, we now have the Bengal that, you know, was accepted by CFA in 2016. Probably
Pretty new.
well, CFA was the last World Cat Congress registry to accept the Bengal breed. But so they're a little bit late to the party, but we are so glad they joined. They did, you know, they're a little progressive. We got the charcoals included. We got the dilutes included. So I guess if you're going to be a little bit late to the party, you know, bring the noise, and that's what CFA's done. And
Like that.
yeah, some people think we bring the noise, right, Molly? But we love our
Bring in the
cat.
noise.
Yeah, and you know, I'm super progressive. Like if you love cashmere Bengals and they're right now AOV, you know, more power to you. Show them in CFA. You love red Bengals, let the CFA judges see the red Bengals. I am not the old school Bengal historian that's going to say Bengals are only brown. I'm going to say breed what you love and convince CFA to accept it. I wish I knew more about the history because I've only been involved with the breed about 12 years. Anthony Hutcherson is like the world-renowned historian on the breed and was, you know, he's a good friend. He was extremely close to Jean Mills. So, you know, if anybody really wants the in-depth history and all the stuff I had to skip over because I really wasn't there for it, Anthony would be the man to see.
Okay.
But, yep, CFA accepted the Bengal breed in 2016. We were fast-tracked to championship, what, 2 years later, Kathy?
1 year later, I think.
1 year later. Yeah, oh, no.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring up us all on the screen. We'll go ahead and get to
Okay.
see Rich.
Then-
We do have a question that you're going to ask because we're going to
Yes.
run over a little bit, guys, to accommodate the folks that were stalled in place because of Facebook being finicky. So, but we have some things we got to wrap up. So I think you have a question, don't you? Can we go ahead and
Yes,
go to that
so-
screen?
Now, Rich, don't answer this out loud. 'cause
Don't
this is-
answer, Rich. Molly?
No, don't.
Molly, don't
Some
answer.
words.
So when CFA accepts a new breed, they all come in under what's called a color class. The color class, so if I'm a red Persian, I'm going to compete separately from the black Persians. That's my
Okay.
color class, okay?
Gotcha.
I'm still a solid color Persian, so I will compete together at some point in time. But when the Bengals came in, there was only one color class. But as of May 1st of this year, they have expanded that to how many color classes. Now, please exclude the AOV because AOV was there before. So we went from one color class to how many color classes, and that's the trivia question for today.
Wow, I already
Okay.
see people answering. And again, folks, because we want to get more people involved in the prizes are, we're doing a signed copy of my new book, A Kid's Guide to Cats. It's already in second printing, and guess what? It came out during COVID. Yay! There you go. Thank you, too. And we're going to give away some of the wands from Wonderland. Go ahead and do your cheerleading thing again, guys. You're the man of whites right here. Okay. And Kathy, as we said, we're going to give away some to the people who are tuned in right now, but we're also going to give away to people in the next day or two that come on, listen to the show. And again, how do they submit their answers? On
Okay,
Facebook, right?
if you're watching on Zoom, type it into the chat box,
Okay.
and we will pick 2 winners randomly from the correct answers. And if you're watching us later or trying to watch us on Facebook Live, sorry about that. This is my first time to try to drive, and I'm not a very good driver,
I
obviously.
think you're doing great.
So we will pick 2 random winners from the correct answers from the Facebook feed.
So read that, say that question one more time so people tuning in can see.
Okay, so CFA up until May 1st of this year had 1 color class for the showing of the Bengals. Now we have more than 1. How many do we have? Do not include AOV. Okay? So
I know you guys know, but don't say anything. Okay, Rich and Molly?
I'm just watching my phone blow up. All these people can't get the answer.
So the color classes are really a way to break down the breeds into smaller chunks. So when you're competing and you have 1 color class cat and then another person has a different color class cat, you get to see how the same like colors compete against each other. So it's like a little mini show before it becomes
I like it.
gets best of breed. So it's something that everybody wants. You know, like the exotics that Molly was showing you, every single possible color has their own color class because it's based on the number of cats that have been shown historically. So as the Bengal breed is growing and we're seeing more of those, I want to just add 1 comment. CFA will not allow a cat in the show hall unless it is an F5, which means it's 5 generations removed from the Asian leopard cat.
Good.
And so, you know, as you get more and more of a color within your breed shown, then you get to expand your color classes so everybody could kind of see the little mini competition before it gets to the breed competition. So,
Kathy, we actually took it a step further. It's F6. You can't register with CFA unless the Asian leopard cat is not in the 5 generation pedigree.
right, exactly.
Yeah, so none of the pedigrees Arden can even have the Asian leopard cat in them.
Okay.
Yeah, within 5 generations.
Yeah, the 5.
So that's
Well,
you said F1, F2, F3. That's what that means. That's how many generations you are removed.
Casey has a question. Casey has a question.
Okay.
I am a member of CCW. Could you please tell these humans what the heck it is and why they should get their cat in it? Take it away, Kathy.
Okay, I've got my shirt on, but you can't see my logo. Okay, Companion Cat World is the way that you at home can make your beautiful cat that's a non-pedigreed cat a member of the Cat Fanciers Association, and you get a beautiful card with your cat's picture on it, and it's a one-time fee of $13 to register your cat. Go to cfa.org/ccw, and there's Arden showing her beautiful card, and you will get that beautiful card with your cat's picture on it, and you get your cat's picture posted on our gallery where you're for everybody to show off your beautiful cat that you have at home. And so everybody that has a cat that's not a pedigreed cat, make sure that you recognize that cat with our organization by going to cfa.org/ccw.
Thank you, Kathy. 2 more things before we go. If you could, I am your host of Meowy Hour, but I wear a lot of collars in the pet world. And one of them is I am a master certified pet first aid instructor, and I teach also a cat only class that is all veterinary approved. It's 3 hours. It stars Casey and Rusty, and you get a 2-year certificate and a course book. And our next class is going to be August 23rd. It's a Sunday, and it's going to be, let me see, the time of the class is,
I'm trying to bring that up for you right now, Arden.
it's going to be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time. So I'm going to do something very special for our special guest. Molly, there's your teachers right there, Casey and Rusty. If you're able to be available on August 23rd with your dad, it's through Zoom. Would you like to get a 2-year certificate in cat first aid?
Yes, please.
and I will waive the fees, and I will send the information to your dad, and your dad can come to the class too. And
Awesome.
would you tell other people so that they can pay their own way so we can afford this?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll share it on Facebook. I got a few friends on there.
And we make it fun because there's no rule that says first aid has to be scary or boring. Trust me, we're going to teach you about cat wrangling, how to do different CPR on a kitty. I have a lot of fun tricks on how to remember what to do because the hand that does the pump is closest to the rump, and the palm is the pump when you're doing CPR. So you're going to be a star as a veterinarian, and you can say, when I was 9 years old, I took a cat first aid class. So would you guys be my honored guests? I'm giving you that as a prize.
Yes,
Please.
thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate
So the other role I play is I'm a licensed bartender. Now you're not old enough, Molly, but in honor of Molly being here, because we do want to toast to all cats, I am creating, in honor of Molly, a non-alcoholic drink called the Kitty cocktail. So we've got this on the CFA website, all the different kitty cocktails from Meowy Hour, and I'm going to make it right now. And I think Molly and Rich, are you guys going to make it with me?
We are good to go. We came prepared.
Okay, so we all get a glass with ice. If you don't have ice, don't worry about it. We're going to make it. Then we take the non-alcoholic 7-Up or club soda. You pour it in the glass, make sure the fizz doesn't fizz over. Now, this is a special trick, guys. This is a bartending trick. When you want to ever use grenadine, you take the back, let me show if I can see with this, the back of the spoon, and you drizzle the grenadine on the back of the spoon into the side of the glass. So I don't make a big hot mess. I'm going to try it. So I put my spoon, and you just drip about an ounce, and it gets the color, and you swirl it with your spoon. This is my favorite part, Molly. I hope it's yours too. Rocking it, baby. We got the whipped cream. Ready? Let's do it. And watch, my cats are gonna come to this. Whoops, I just got the screen. No, Casey, no, Casey. You're too young to drink. He goes, but. And then you top it, not with one because we're kids. We get 2 cherries. Everybody raise your glass.
Oh, wait, Rich has not got his whipped cream on top yet.
Yeah, and my cats are going to eat the whipped cream. Come over here, guys. Over here. As he's doing that, I'm going to wipe off my screen that has whipped cream on it. All right.
Well,
Here we
let
go.
the cat lick it off.
Yeah, they are. All right. Isn't this a fun drink? We're paying homage to Shirley Temple, the Shirley Temple drink. So whether you've got a drink, milk, a kitty cocktail, everybody, let's raise a glass. Whoops. And let's salute and toast all cats everywhere.
Here, here.
Here, here. Mmm. That's delicious. All right.
Good.
All
You
right,
like it, Molly?
yeah, Rich and Molly, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for
Enjoyed
having
you being
us.
here.
Thanks for having us.
And we're gonna name the winners, guys, so pay attention to the CFA site, the Facebook. You still got time to enter to win the cat book and the Wonderland wands.
We'll
fine
reach out
team-
to the winners and
Yeah.
contact you.
And
we'll
next week,
announce your names next week.
our special guests they were on America's Got Talent. We're talking about the Savistis cats, and they're going to be here with their humans, and you're going to see some amazing things that cats can really do. On behalf of the CFA with Kathy Black, Teresa Kiger, Desiree Bobby, my cats, Casey, Rusty, and myself, I also want to give pause and applause to our very special guests today, Rich and Molly Nolte. You guys, you rocked it, guys. Did you have fun?
Yes, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
Molly can't say enough about your book. So we
Oh, thank
from the
you.
bottom of our hearts, she's been reading it for the last week and a half as she goes to bed every night. And I'm going to highly recommend this to anybody that loves their kids and loves their cats. It's wonderful. Thank you, Arden.
Well, thank you. And we're going to see you August 23rd. Hopefully your class will be from noon to 3 Eastern. And it'll be on August 23rd. And I'll send you the Zoom link. We don't make cocktails in pet first aid class, sorry, but we have fun. And tell your friends. So until next week, it's the same cat channel, same cat time. Thank you all for joining us on Meowy Hour.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.